What land lies beneath these clouds? A place of staggering landscapes, of immense biological wealth, of an extraordinary human history. A land so vast that it creates the climate of Asia. A land of a people caught in the most challenging moment in time, where the shaping of its environmental destiny has never been more urgent. A land where walking the tightrope between the clouds of ecological collapse and the dreams of a bright new future is shaping the destiny of the whole world. This land is China. Our journey to understand China's environmental destiny starts here, off the East Coast. Migrating shorebirds know about this place. From thousands of miles around they come, attracted by its teeming biological wealth. This is a timeless place where tradition and nature intermingle. Six miles off the coast of China, this vast area of mud, revealed at low tide, stretches almost the entire length of China's east coast, born of soils carried on the waters of the Yangtze from the very heart of this huge land. The small fishing port of Yankou lies 60 miles to the north of Shanghai. A short distance inland is the town of Jiugang. At the primary school, a mystery letter has arrived in the class of teacher Han.
这是一封信，是吗？你看上面是什么文字？什么文字？
数字写的好丑啊！
好，这是一封来自俄罗斯的信件。好，我们掌声欢迎我们的爷爷来给我们翻译，掌声欢迎一下。
这封信看见吗？啊，不认识啊。这封信是俄罗斯的学生寄过来的，俄罗斯知道吗？是从俄罗斯一个叫丘科特卡一个自治州寄过来的。这个地方呢，进入到北极圈很远很远的，离我们啊。Дорогие дети Китая， 亲爱的中国的孩子们啊 ，Мы живем на Чукотка в России， 我们是俄罗斯丘科特卡这个自治州的一些孩子。下面我就不读那个了啊。在我们这儿呢，生长着这个一个小小的日鸟，日鸟知道吧？啊，日鸟就是我们讲的缩嘴日啊。它现在飞向南方了，我们现在不知道它到了什么地方啊。请你们啊，帮助我们做一件事，就是当我们发现了这些小鸟的时候，我们不要去干扰它，不要去这个打它啊。这个现在就是说，要我们看到这个小鸟要保护它、爱护它，不要干扰它，让我们共同来保护这种小鸟啊，就是这个意思啊。
谢谢爷爷。好，我们回到这封来自俄罗斯的来信。少嘴鹬这种鸟呢，是很小很小，这么大，对，很小很小的，它已经快要灭绝了。全球200，少不少？
少。这封信就是告诉我们要爱护少嘴鹬，珍惜少嘴鹬。
好，请坐。我先来介绍一下少嘴鹬这种鸟啊，这个就是少嘴鹬，看一下它的特征。这样看还不是很明显，我再切一张给我们同学看一下，看到没有？少嘴鹬，它这种嘴巴，我们看到很多小鸟的嘴巴都是这样子，哎，是不是？ 这种嘴巴有一个什么好处？你看，很宽的东西，它夹东西的时候能夹的什么呀？摆的时候，它如果触碰到小鱼啊、小虾啊，触碰到它的时候，它就会把它合起来，就把它吞掉。这个是俄罗斯，它是在这个地方，小朋友他也是从这个地方寄过来的。他们是繁殖地啊，妈妈、小宝宝在这个草地里边。这么少是吧？他会遇到什么样的问题？来，那个同学，你说。
那是因为人类环境污染，还有人类捕杀。
环境污染、捕杀，我们如何来保护？
给它食物，那个不要再建造工厂，减少化工厂的数量。他们是说过。
The children from the Russian village on the Arctic coast have sent letters to schools across Asia. Here in Yanko, they've struck lucky. Almost all of the remaining spoon-billed sandpipers on Earth stop here to feed on these fish ponds and mudflats. They arrive with thousands of other shorebirds, returning from breeding in Arctic Russia. The birds are building up their fat reserves for the long journey south to winter in warmer climes. This small stretch of coast is Spoonie's most important stopover on its annual journey to and from the Arctic. Helping to monitor the migrating shorebirds is teacher Han.
水域的和其他水鸟的高潮栖息地，因为涨潮的时候滩头上都是水，就没有食物了，所以它们必须到这种鱼塘不受潮汐影响的鱼塘过来休息。
He's brought with him 4 of his students, aspiring school journalists.
几种，你觉得有几种不同的？有没有看到？
They like to call themselves the 4 Musketeers.
2种啊。潮水鱼，啊，别动！我看到潮水鱼了。
给我看。
快点，它要走了，白白的。
然后我们最主要是看它的嘴巴，它嘴巴比其他的鸟要宽。
The school newspaper is edited by teacher Tian. She's advising the 4 Musketeers on their new responsibilities.
俗话说啊，我们要经常作为一名小记者，我们要经常的深入社会、深入学校、深入工厂。说实话呢，作为一名小记者是非常辛苦的。我们不仅仅要完成平时的这些学习任务，我们还要参加各种各样的活动，报道事实的真相，要敢于去说真话、说实话，这一点也非常的重要。
现在社会上面临着许多问题，比如环境污染，比如一些珍稀物种灭绝。我想认识并改变这种现状。
Their new red vests announced to the world that they're young journalists, empowered to find stories to report. This quiet part of China rarely makes the news. Tonight's television news direct from Beijing is about to change that.
江苏省南通市的小杨口地区啊，是黄海边上的一个经济开发区。 可是近来发生了一些怪事儿，却萦绕在当地百姓的心头。闸口附近大片的死鱼，红橙黄绿不同颜色的河水，还有地里陆续死掉的农作物，这一切究竟是怎么回事？
记者沿着入海河道逆流而上，发现离闸口不远的地方就是一个化工园区。不愿意出现在镜头里的当地人给我们展示了照片。 说他上周看到河道漂浮着上百条死鱼，而在另一条河道上，从工厂带有排污标志的墙体留下完整的黄色排污痕迹。
现场在意的人也会觉得好恐怖。
一旦生物链崩塌，那他们就意识到他们所犯的错误有多么大。
环境都脏成这样了，那种少嘴鱼的鸟类怎么生存呀？
Does the future of Spoonie really matter? Could the plight of this little bird and other creatures like it be a warning that something is wrong? To begin to find the answer, we must travel west to the other end of China. 4,000 miles west, to the Qinghai Tibetan Plateau. The Yangtze is only just beginning its journey to the coast here, entering its first gorge. snow leopard. Her prey, mostly blue sheep. Iconic. Like Spoonie on the coast, her presence attracts our attention to the importance of this place. Tibetan nomads are gathering here. They're coming to pay tribute to the holy mountain. Gama Joja will be leading the blessing. He is a living Buddha, a reincarnation of a famous monk. Summer can turn to winter in seconds here. Gama is 13 years old. He's been studying under the living Buddha for more than a year.
Yeah. 너무 찾으면요. 가만히요. 아, 꼴마상 마포지.
달루자. 다제그리루드.
Living Buddha was born here.
수루들다. 비하는 정한 수. 유즈기다 유즈기. 가서 루들들이. 딩아칭은 요리시다. 뭔자. 아야. 저 가서 좀 되는지. 아. 나 먹기지. 에. 아야. 다 하나는 좀 봐서 저. 어서나. mas tem um outro time, um outro.
Na tondara. Ike.
Tihi kata nai. Ini ba. Ah. Ini ba.
Ike dina.
Tiba ana ma ana da. Ada.
Da.
Ada.
Da.
Ah, te pakai segini gitu. Tahi.
The Qinghai Tibetan Plateau, where living Buddha and little Gama live, is a huge area, towering 3 miles above the rest of China. This is the global epicenter of climate change. It's warming here twice as fast as anywhere else on Earth. Already 2 degrees warmer than it was just 20 years ago. It will be at least 5 degrees warmer by the end of the century. The plateau is also the epicenter of Asia. The great rivers rising here send water to half the world's farmers. The Asian monsoon is created here. Climate change has many causes and consequences. The plight of snow leopards and other such animals tells us something is wrong. But to really understand why our world is changing, we need to understand ourselves and our relationship with the natural world that sustains us. The tiny monastic village of Sochu is home to Gama's monastery. Some of the clues can be found here.
janzamu to kera ci jam ci zan jam sonji ta ci kaji mu ma ta jo ma do kajo rebu roti ati la to to mi
This small monastery was founded almost 30 years ago. There are 100 monks living and working here. In recent years, the monastery has taken an active interest in the local environment. Daily lessons with Living Buddha often have an environmental theme.
다들 동마는 누가 된다대.
누가?
동기 쪽에도 조금 삼점이 콩마대.
마,
동기 되게 누가 되긴 때는 다 공시제 탑시대. 당이 주스 들어가고로 인도. 동마디 그런 삼점이 들어. 다리디 다때때디 롱압지니 죽지바드 지용지그 동마즈리 디 동우 디가 핑시팅가 토래.
다 고무다리 코리.
아.
고무다리 코리.
예.
쇼든 다코 쇼티 미스다 되우마. 디 쇼지주마 쇼지. 아지자치. 이 고무가치 사진이야치. 사토리. 카반 고무시토리. 동야르지 코토노 까카. 어디는 까카사스나 말라 거야 지주리. 고무다지 디고무가사서 고무가 지오마. 티.
지주마데.
지주마 고무. 동야르 지주리 고무르 지주마. 거사스사스다 우마테 티.
다 종마진 루지네. 디공시 저자. 그런데 동중이 따라 쳐서 오르지네. 동마카견 쳐못 소로. 딜 공시 저자. 속차 몸보고 따다 구슬 단 답차도 됐잖아. 저기 쿠쿠 체주리게 돼. 데리 다른 노래. 공시스 자고다.
The children are encouraged to work out for themselves the real value of nature through study and through games. Jador, a local conservationist, advises the monastery on environmental matters. The game is about the marmot, a creature related to squirrels.
Basinimas.
Yeah,
Sanzu, dead Rujure, Bucket, to city to the Henrys. Pamazumas.
Yeah.
Pamadona, among Kumujonga, Tonjonga, Samuel of the Rock. It is. Let's do sonata. Called the guy cat and cold up. Not a mass of the corner project from Hasangus.
that's so. Timbertodi.
Called that is Sinimas. I'm not going to Chadson to the Pudja under the Dick.
Let's so. Tell them I can. Let's change. Ah,
We are the consumer.
Gamma's best friend Renzong joins him to listen to Lama Rennai.
Also, that I go and you put the cat there. Such a little visitor. See it, don't damage a visitor. I could tell no bad that in the senior. Just Chechon Jason, so Javi, this is the day they could sign trader Sam. Part of the misery, see, settled that young go down misery. Zergo Abra misery, sat that truth. Sat you do, sat you do that. So yet the day you committed that misery, sat that truth.
That's sad in him.
Oh, part of it, signing me the dramas at the Lugas on the Gamma. Time money is that and diamond and Z diamond. Also, dogs of my son, no by children, no by.
What is this? The milk.
Then it's a metal G medical and that in young eye, you know better than young eye, you know better. Sangi, Cholo, Sera, Zalo, do not yet do it.
Death is an essential part of life, but extinction is altogether different. It's an end to birth. The extinction of creatures has been happening in China for many hundreds of years, nowhere more so than here, in the middle reaches of the Yangtze. Large mammals were to be found along these shores. Elephants, 2 species of rhino and tigers once roamed here. The famous tower of the city of Yoyang has witnessed the passing of all of these creatures, first built during the Three Kingdoms period, 1800 years ago. Extinction is still happening here. Baiji, the river dolphin, is recently gone, and now another animal is threatened. To find out more, we must catch up with teacher Wu. She lives here with her son, in the compound of her school. This is a school for special children, those that can neither hear nor speak. Huamei is the most popular songbird in China. But little Ray cannot hear her. She's completely deaf. Little Ray is fearless, a determined girl abandoned by her parents. Teacher Wu's challenge is to help little Ray engage with the world.
平舌和卷舌。吴老师打直语，你读啊。吴老师不读，你读。的有没有？没有。有，是吧？不一样。哒。的没有。有。怎么办？吃饭。吃饭。饭。
Little Ray is one of China's left-behind children, whose parents have left to find work in far-off megacities. There are 61 million children who are left behind, to be brought up by grandparents or siblings. They also are part of the larger picture of the price we all pay for economic ambition. Little Ray is telling Granny about the porpoises that live in the lake that her teacher has described to her, but Granny is unable to understand her. Teacher Wu is taking little Ray on a surprise trip to stimulate her interest. To the hydrological center in Wuhan, where 6 of the last remaining finless porpoises on Earth are kept. There are less than 1,000 left in the wild. Soon they'll all be gone, leaving humans as the last remaining large mammal on the Yangtze. The TV news reports on the weird happening in Yankou has fired the imagination of the young journalists. The Musketeers are conducting their first interview with a clam picker.
哎，这个是，看到，看你看准了在哪里？
我来看，在这儿。
哎，
先别拉手。
哎，他看得懂了。
您工作多少年啦？
我干了30年了。
那这30年中有没有什么变化呀？就是采文革。
有采文革有变化的。
没记。好。有什么变化呀？
我刚搞的时候，那个茶壶多了，茶壶比较多，有风险的话，茶壶了才拔。
那现在的文革和以前的文革有什么区别吗？
哎，厚的，你看这个文革厚的。
现在这个文革变成了这个样子，你觉得是不是都是化工厂惹的祸？不是，都不是。
也不对，也不一定全部是，也有一定影响。
向政府反映过这个环境问题？
反映没效。
为什么？
政府他会听你的吧？
就是您反映过吗？
没有。
觉得化工厂对我们的小两口有什么影响？
有影响，我们家里的那个蔬菜都长不起来，那个蔬菜。
就是我们一开始呢，就是经过这里嘛，知道那个什么化工厂就有一股很浓的农药味。
是的，我也干过了，我干了3个月在化工厂。
是您主动辞职的吗？
我主动辞职的。
您是因为承受不了那里的污染空气吗？
是的，空气。
那对人体是不是也不好啊？
肯定不好了。
觉得那里是不是个人间地狱呢？
不可能是人间地狱，人间地狱都没人干了，怎么可能呢？人间地狱。
A unique community of people work on the mudflats. Fishermen set the nets for the incoming tide. The coastal mudflats extend for 6 miles out to sea and occupy almost the whole of the east coast. Fishermen wait for the incoming tide on a platform that will rise with the water. The nets are raised further to catch the fish on the falling tide. Once a year after dusk, countless trillions of microscopic baby crabs, razor clams and other shellfish are released into the incoming tide, adding to the biological wealth of the mudflats. The full moon, prompting the release of these microscopic baby clams and crabs, too small to see with the naked eye. The dying crab, her job done, still releasing her babies to the very end. These people understand the magical wealth of this place. They've spent a lifetime here. A quarter of the world's species of water birds visit this coast, and migrating birds in their hundreds of thousands are drawn here, fresh from breeding in Russia. A fifth of the world's fishery products are harvested every year from the mudflats off China's coast. Stretching for 600 miles, these mudflats cover less than 1% of China, but they contribute $200 billion worth of ecosystem services every year. Not only food, they protect against global warming. The mud absorbs carbon from the atmosphere. The provincial government of Jiangsu have relocated 200 chemical factories here for effective monitoring and avoidance of pollution elsewhere. A sensible step, it would seem. Unstoppable, the Musketeers now explore the chemical complex itself. Further out on the mud, the seaweed industry is a huge supplier to the Japanese market.
选择紫菜呢？
怎么讲呢？也是很好的。那么它给我们带来财富啊，有时候也很辛苦的，有时候也很悠闲的。
随着化工厂的增加，这里的环境有些会被污染，那么对你们这些紫菜的产量有没有影响呢？
如果生产起来的话，那是影响不是太大的。
有没有反映过这个问题啊？
反映过的，但是现在他们厂已经进来这边了，他们那个不排污就没有问题的。
Teachers help the children shape their ideas, but always encourage them to be original.
写背后人，然后再写第一节写
你们要反映的是一个什么主题？
那么小嘴鱼因为污染，然后快要灭绝，所以呼吁大家一起来保护小嘴鱼。生气在修身。
Sometimes Chi-Chi finds the girls a little overwhelming.
那面我们本来想的谋杀比较好，但是谋是有。
那你说是先有鸡还是先有蛋呀？
有，他写好了。
写好了。
他只有2句话。而且还都是我们教他写的，他不会写我们。
我没话说了，加了引号就不吸引人了。我感觉这个引号就是连累，
可根本就不是真的恋爱。
看了才知道不是真的恋爱啊！我觉得这个引号成了连累啊。
你觉得是？你觉得？我们3个人都要加引号。4个连老师4个。对。
这个里面的。
Chi-Chi's father runs a design company. He typesetts and prints the monthly school newspaper.
我奋力跳着海上 disc，
好的，读下去，我们校对一下。
精疲力尽。这场命案发生在这美丽的滩涂，如此惨不忍睹，着实让我们吃惊。凶手是谁？凶器又是什么？我们调查了在附近工厂工作过的人，了解到。多数化工厂没有净水设施，未经处理的污水就直接排入大海。
仔细。
不要让人类成为最后的受害者，让我们一起来保护环境吧。对。
好的，行，这样呢，我们这个文章排版在这个统一报里面。
Teacher Gu escorts the 4 musketeers on all their missions. They're hoping to persuade the local evening newspaper to publish their article. Mr. Pei, the editor, has kindly agreed to consider their piece.
在因为它这个鸟类迁徙一个点，一个加油站这个地方，确实这么多年来都是引起了大家的重视。你们这个话题抓得非常的准确。这篇来稿呢，就说从整个措辞来看啊，就说应该写得很好，很有小孩的这种生气啊，也很有现场感。看了之后呢，就是我觉得就是要在我们报纸上发表的话呢，还要进行一点适当的修改。我想这个文章的修改呢，分2步啊，就是第一步呢，就是我们就是再到现场对这个话题进行更深入的探讨，通过我们的努力，凭直观的这种去了解，同时还要借助一些，比方说环保部门啊，一些政府的职能部门啊，他们在现场的一些监测、一些数据，要用科学的数据来说话。要用自己看见的眼睛的事实和数据说话，科学理性的分析。修改的第2个重点是什么呢？就是我们的措辞啊，语言方面，就是我们要注意，比方说滩涂上的命案这个题目，对吧？虽然夺人眼球，但是就是我觉得有哗众取宠的成分在里面。
Cowed but not beaten, the 4 musketeers consider their options.
我们被江海晚报拒绝的原因是什么？第一大点。就是我们，太就是哗众取宠了，我们一点也不真实。第2大点就是他们斥责我们没有把就是政府写进去，科学，没说实话，对，这也是我们也没有把政府写进去。那么他们为什么认为要把政府写进去呢？那是因为他们认为政府。他们管辖了，可是污染还是这么多，说明他们自己可能也处于迷茫状态，小嘴鱼还在不断的灭绝。
Their investigation is to take an unexpected twist. changes to the environment are tangible here, Gama Joja takes an active interest and has identified a willing disciple in little Gama.
Tangurosan himbabdash, in his strong on heating canyon, Tanzamo to Gorajan, Richitu Tilibam Juda, Bauman, the subject we canyon at Andy Hui Powers, you show what he told it. Tell me go to batch.
Rising out of the Tangula Range, Mount Gladendong is the source of the Yangtze. The plateau has been known as the Third Pole, holding the largest reservoir of fresh water outside the polar regions. But these glaciers are melting so fast, they will have all but gone within a few years. These are the glaciers that give birth to the Yangtze, that give China a third of her fresh water. Melting ice, the beginning of one of the greatest of all rivers, the Yangtze, at the start of its 4,000-mile journey to the sea.
Taji Momoshi, example of Momoshi, Tatandrachi Chingo, Tanda Tawala, Sony, the Jimbuka, Tasako Mozula, Conrad Zarati, and the Henry Hughes, the Parchivita, Hikon Madana. Tena Tangusu Jima, Tamarap Jimala, Yagoja, the Yagoji, Momando Conradina.
Easy to do that, and also look it on you. Mosquito, he's Zulina. The Kito which is really that. Also, there was a chase in stars on the Tason. I've come to the constant set of Tangosun, later Tangoson, Tamason, the Son, Musun, the Son, and only kick that. The Oya come back chair, kick that, which among Son Jet of Gazette.
Tarkogo. And Baro. Чушидиш, так консурит. Канжи кичез жоо, канжи кичез хим, так хадон тадра.
Я дяли чангедри, сена чомаса. Я датом кичез джонсдсан. Да мала зонд хитита. Да чейнс мандан чемиду мус халидаса. О чокцэцэ да чэдаса. Чэти мантад да мус чэнос да камни чонрите хара.
Half of the world's population depends on water from the plateau. Not only the Yangtze, but the Yellow, the Mekong, the Brahmaputra, the Ganges and the Indus rivers rise from the plateau, flowing into China, India and all the countries of Southeast Asia.
Kare tramre stiches. Thanks to this, the thanks. In a tan unica here now, the Kareta Tamkida. Kareta Tamrita Chusini. Give a proposal so in a he drama here, Chandra, such a mission to say. Nima son, the summer master. Come Legend on yes, mother's on the wind. Cousin him, the large hammer could not jam and joke. Then in your mat set. Mala, sure. The sign of those adopted. That turned out. That time when that do so thought and damned none of the tip in Chacham.
The burning of coal and other fossil fuels contribute the majority of carbon in the atmosphere, along with the production of cement. These raw materials of economic growth now threaten the quality of life itself. Sand barges bear witness to the loss of one more link in the chain of life, the imminent extinction of the finless porpoise. This is the office of the Porpoise Foundation, devoted to saving the finless porpoise. Teacher Wu is bringing little Ray to meet its founder, reporter Xu of the Hunan Daily.
这是张瑞欣，
是吧？
姓吴，口连吴。
谢谢。你是喽？
啊，他是江豚爸爸。知道吧？是什么？是什么？江豚爸爸。
看到过真正的江豚吗？
有没有看过真正的？有没有？有。
个笑脸，人类都没有长得那么好的笑脸。
啊，确实。
啊，
我看你特别的可爱。
嗯。
可爱。有没有？保护江豚，
我
自豪。
江豚妈妈吧，特别有爱心，特别有母爱。这个风平浪静的时候，他就把宝宝扛在自己的肩膀上走，然后让小宝宝沐浴阳光啊，呼吸氧气，非常好。所以不是寻常之物，所以值得我们来保护它。下动物巡逻，到时候你方便，你也可以跟我们去看看。
哦。到
洞庭湖里去看看野生江豚和洞庭湖的一些生态问题吧。
这个，你前面那个口是什么？挖开。这么大。庞然大物，这还不是很大的。
Reporter Xu is not only an investigative journalist. As a member of the local People's Congress, he has the authority to both write and act upon local issues. Where the water is too shallow, smaller dredgers extract the sand and gravel.
大动力把这个河床里面的细沙把它
吸上来，
然后就打到底层，然后通过压强压到这里。
这个管子通过这个管子，
然后就输送过来，然后到这里过滤就变成了这个。
这个就可以用了。
每粒沙子都是金子，它给你们院线贡献7点几个亿啊，一年。
财政收入。
啊，7点几个亿不是金子做成的。另外很多地方，很多个城市，你就上海、南京这些大城市，就是靠这些沙来搞建设。上海高楼大厦繁华的背后，其实就是我们的江豚和其他珍稀野生动物付出生命的代价，因为它们的栖息地遭到了巨大的破坏。
The sand from Dongting Lake, building modern Shanghai. China's economic miracle has been powered by the greatest migration of people to cities in human history. More than 400 million have moved from the countryside in the past 30 years. Some of the tallest buildings in Asia now rise from what were once just fields, drawing upon the natural resources of China's interior. 200 million more are destined to move to the cities in the next 10 years. Shanghai's famous radio journalist Wei Lan is recording her early morning radio show. Her guests Gao Zhong and Sun Xiaoguang are environmental experts.
整个这个就长江流域像一个凤凰啊，上海呢正好在凤头这儿，它如果要是没有身子，这个凤凰飞不起来。哦，你看在长江里头呢，就有好多东西做得不好。刚才提到这个化工厂布置啊，还有一个像采沙啊，采沙非法采沙是暴利。哦，生态全给破坏了，
好多是有沙上要，
但是他们暴利了，就这些一下子 上百万、上千万，因为建筑用沙呀，上海用沙，
现在上海
就这样过来
高楼大厦，
就是我们
黄沙都
注意
是来的
这个问题。其实我们上海要特别注意，就是发展我们自己的时候，对西部地区的环境保护。哎，你说我们上海有什么资源呢？没什么资源啊，不就是都靠这个西部啊，靠内陆啊，那些矿啊什么都在那边。咱们上海也确实要注意这个问题，吸收过去的这个教训啊，在发展经济的时候不能牺牲生态，因为你搞的这个牺牲生态的经济发展，其实就是中华民族末日。我们子孙后代都不给用完了。